Hello. I am making a video, as you can tell. And yeah, I feel a little uncomfortable shooting this in my neighborhood. And gosh, just thinking of somebody hearing me say shooting this in my neighborhood. Not like shooting a gun, but shooting a video and them like knowing what I'm doing rather than just like talking to somebody. And yeah, I guess I care a lot of that they think that would be weird, and in reality it's because there's a part of me that is thinking that I am doing something wrong, that I shouldn't do something weird, or really it's just I don't feel like I'm the kind of person to feel confident doing something like this. But yeah, just walking in my neighborhood. I substitute taught today, and whatever people are in your life or around your life, those kind of become the people that become, I guess, kind of the audience that you put into your head. The people that come to mind when you just think of who is going to see what I do outside of school or teaching. And I think it reflects back the kind of gosh, so many thoughts in my head. But I guess that's normal. I'm so used to waving to every single person who goes by while I'm walking. So it's like I can't help but to wave every time. But yeah, there's part of me that is like, am I gonna get fired for having my shirt off and putting something on the internet? It's weird times we live in. But part of me feels like it should care, and then the other part of me is like, who really cares? Like, I don't make that much money. But it's definitely been, I guess, revealing to me how heavy of a, how heavy a pattern it is for me to do like everything right. It feels that way teaching school. It just is like, I know that it's like school is not geared to young people sitting in a classroom, not talking, not expressing themselves, class to class, and it's just you're just trying to control their behavior. Literally, you're babysitting the class in an environment that is just like not conducive to any of the kids that aren't quiet. So you just speaking of school bus, yeah, it really makes it seem like the better you can be quiet or listen to your teacher as far as like obeying, not causing too big a ruckus and stuff, the better person that you are. And you know, it kind of feels that way in work environments where right or wrong is built into whether you are, you know, doing what the rules are, you know what I mean? As if the rules in a man-made environment are morals. But I don't know if I really want to go down that track of just explaining all that. I feel like you probably already know that. I don't know. But I do feel already more comfortable doing this. But it is difficult for me. It is, yeah, I don't feel accepted by certain people. Or I'm having to really encourage myself to believe that it's okay to embarrass myself, to not really feel confident in it, and then have to like face those triggers of embarrassment after doing this. And yeah, and like I've explained before in different videos, like I guess I feel like I know enough to know that I shouldn't care, and that I'm not embarrassed. And even if I feel that way, going like, well, Seth, you know that that's a lie. You know that you, I don't know, felt something whenever you're like, I'm not embarrassed. Because really, I'm scared to go and do something and then find out from other people that like, oh, that was embarrassing. And like, their embarrassment is triggering up mine. And it's just like, like I want out of that. And, you know, I kind of get in the zone of speaking on camera. I forget about people could be around. And then I'm like, oh, snap. I feel uncomfortable again. And, yeah, I have no clue how loud the wind is for the phone. But anyway, I kind of feel like this is a stupid video. Like, I feel like I'm talking about things that like, don't matter enough to say or post or whatever. But that's kind of like me, where, some people are so talkative, and it's just in their personality to share any and everything and tell the same stories and tell stories to people that you should know that they would not care, and some people have just been more listeners. And I would definitely say I would have categorized myself as more of a listener growing up, and making sure that what I share is worth sharing. And there's some, I guess, pros to that. Like, there's some like good qualities to that, where it's like, yeah, don't share and spill your beans and lose your, I guess, illusion or credibility that you have by not sharing everything, and making, people who didn't know that you were stupid know that you're stupid. So there's a little bit of fear of like, am I doing that? I don't want to do that. But I also just like want to do things that I'm afraid of, to not be afraid. And that's a big thing with shame or embarrassment, is like, for me, it gets linked together, where it's like, if I feel a twinge of embarrassment, or if other people do, then I don't know where I'm going with this. It feels like I should be afraid of what I've done, afraid of having damaged my social life. I guess it's hard because there's some, got the mail, the one envelope. I didn't even think about getting the mail. That was so subconscious as I'm making this video. But I do have something important to show you.
This is Boo Kitty. Hi, Boo Kitty. Boo Kitty.
Let's see. I could make that the thumbnail. Bookie. Got a big old vein in my head. But anyway, I guess I'm just gonna sit here. I have never felt very comfortable, like speaking on the phone, kind of taking up space, and taking up space in like a vocal way, of like people can hear me, and then like doing a doctor's, making an appointment or something like that, and just like I don't know, the neighbors hearing me or something, and especially talking about the neighbors in earshot of them potentially hearing me, and just there's other people that are totally comfortable with that, and that's just like, it's really foreign to me. It's really foreign. But I don't believe it has to be that way. Maybe I won't ever be like that comfortable, but maybe I will. but I definitely believe I can get more comfortable. And that's partially what I'm doing with these videos, is getting comfortable with something I'm not used to. But I definitely would say, man, it's hard when it's like, I keep having to overcome that fear, or that resistance, or that like me like looking at like, oh, look at these videos I have, being like, just feeling embarrassed or timid to do more of them. And I guess I kind of felt encouraged after today. I was not planning on making a video, and it just I kind of felt motivated to, whether I posted it or not. That's kind of how I walked into it, of like, I may not post it, but I like to feel comfortable to record myself and walk around in the neighborhood or whatever. But I can care a lot about what other people think. What other people who I know, you know, if they watch this, and even just in this moment, I'm just closing my eyes and I'm just feeling and thinking and looking for, why do I care? Open my eyes to see if my face was still in frame. I guess do it with me. Close your eyes and go, why do I care? And yeah, I guess I really feel like it probably comes from not getting corrected in love when you had done something out of line growing up, you know? Or someone would get really mad, or, you know, shame you for doing something or whatever, and not kind of, you know, restoring you to confidence that, you know, that you're all right. And it gets passed on, and it can be a really scary feeling. I don't know if you relate. Whoever's listening is relating to that feeling of just like doing something that you would feel totally embarrassed doing. Singing is kind of one of those things for me too. I close my eyes. For once I don't have to try. I'm well wishing for a life a picture you happy. Oh, oh. Why does it hurt? It hurts. It's scary to show yourself not fully confident, you know? Like, but I know out there's a big fear of being cringy. I have that today. I feel cringy to share that, like, I feel scared to be called cringy by like some high school or middle school girls or something, or even guys or whatever. And, you know, probably in the moment, I probably wouldn't care. I probably don't care. But on an energetic level, there's the thought of it. There's still something there. There's still some trauma there where I wanted to appear cooler or impressive or desirable, I guess, is kind of what it comes down to, than what feels like to me like more desirable than maybe what you really are. And when they call you that, it makes you feel like that's what you really are. You know, you're at least that way to these few people. And that is like your outside world. But really, you'd only be shamed or called cringy by people that they feel like they're afraid to do that themselves. They hold that shame and embarrassment in them. People who aren't shamed and embarrassed and are confident in themselves, like, they don't have to say that stuff. And yeah, I'm just having these thoughts of putting connections together that I'm not ready to articulate, and then having thoughts of like, oh, how did we get here? I don't really want to end my video on talking about cringy, then that will leave that idea in people's mind when I get over with this, and my mom will cringe at me. Gosh. But I guess I will end it here. I like it to not go on much longer, and I made a video, and I'll probably post it, because that's what I do every time. I don't ever make a video and then not post it, because the hardest part is starting making a video with the thought of, I don't want to post this. But once you do it, it's like, I already have it, I just got to post it. So that's how it's been going for me. Ow. Like a shooting pain into my toe. It's because I'm slumped over. My neck. I'm getting old. Gosh. I feel like there's potentiality that people that kids from the school that I'm teaching at will look me up because this is what they do, and they'll watch this, and I'll say hello if they get this far, and they will probably feel more embarrassed to admit that they've watched this, but that's fine. I don't want you to feel embarrassed. I don't want to feel embarrassed. We're moving to a world of no shame and embarrassment, because that's what God is doing. He's healing our shame and embarrassment to who we really are, which are, we are beings that have no shame. That's what Christ has done for us, is we're moving to who we really are, which is shameless. You know, Adam and Eve were naked and they felt no shame. I'm not naked, FYI, I have shorts on. And shoes. No socks. I'm just kidding.